still finding a seat, I'd like to direct your attention to our screens. Take a look at all these amazing students and teachers. Because as we move forward today, I want to remind you that we are here today for the students that we serve. And there's some great things to celebrate on all of these pictures. But first, is Natomas High School in the house? Can we please give a big round of applause for Natomas High School, our host for today? As Indercom knows from hosting in October, anytime you have company to your home, it's a lot of extra work that goes involved. So we want to thank our admin staff, our support staff, our teachers for letting us come into your home, your rooms, your school, and what a beautiful school it is. So thank you for hosting our 2016 NUSD Connect Spring Staff Development Day. I'd also like to thank all of our district and site support staff who helped make this day possible. Can we give a big round of applause for our amazing IT staff? On top of all of their regular jobs and duties and things they do on a daily basis, they took time out to work extra hours this week. Many of them gave up their Sunday, came in yesterday to hook up technology in the classrooms, in the gym, make sure that today was extra special so that we can maximize our learning and our collaboration together. So thank you once again for our IT staff. And thank you to all of you who braved the rain, I'm sure extra traffic, the floods. We appreciate you and thank you. So good morning, my name is Amber Lee. I am the Executive Director of Leadership Development and Professional Development. I have a job because I get to support you. And I just want to thank all of you for the work that you do every single day for our students. We know that the pictures we saw previously would not happen without you in the room. You are the miracle makers that make it happen every day as you come into contact with the students, whether you provide direct support services, a teacher in the classroom, or support staff. So thank you for all that you do. I wanted to start with our vision, as we always do, because our vision truly is everything that we are, what we believe in. All of those pictures that you saw as you came in really represent our vision, that all students graduate as college and career ready, productive, responsible, and engaged global citizens. So everything that we do today is really about seeing this vision come to be a reality for all students. So here's a stat, and I'm sure many of you know it. We have only 53 days left of instruction. 53 days left to make a difference for the students that you saw in those pictures as we started. 53 days to perhaps change the trajectory for one of our students so that they can be college and career ready, so that they have unlimited possibilities when they leave our doors and go out into the world, whether they choose college or career, that we've done everything we can to make sure that they are ready. So even though we only have 53 days left, I want to ask that today you hit the pause button. And you take time to really stop, think critically about your craft, reflect on where are you at in your practice, what are your strengths, what are the things that you do really, really well, and what are maybe some areas that could use some refinement, some more learning, some more growth. And take the opportunity today to connect and to collaborate with your colleagues, to ask questions, to look at what they're doing, to share, so that for those students we saw earlier, we truly can make a difference in the next 53 days. So this morning we're going to spend a few minutes talking about what the day is going to look like, where we've been, how this day connects to the work we did in October, talk about a few little logistics, and then send you on your way. But at the foremost, we want to always remember that today is really about the why. It's really about our students. Everything that we do is how we get our students ready for college and career, and it begins long before high school. How do we motivate our students in kindergarten to attend school, to come to school every day, to aspire to be anything that they can be? Everything that we do from pre-K all the way up to 12th grade is really about helping our students be college and career ready. In October, we've introduced to you our next 2-year plan. As you know, 5 years ago, the California State Department of Education adopted new standards, the Common Core standards. Then, this past spring, they introduced a new statewide testing system. And then this past November, the state implemented and adopted new textbooks for language arts and math. So we are on this journey of Common Core implementation along with the state. We started work here in Natomas years ago, but for full implementation, it's going to take time, progress over time. It's not something that's going to happen in one day. We're going to continue to work. So these buckets, if you will, these 3 big areas of focus, looking at standards, conditions for student engagement, and cognitive demand, are really taking and building upon the work that we've done all along in Common Core Natomas, and looking at where we're at, what do we need, and where do we need to go. It's not a one-hit wonder, it's progress over time. It's a 3-year plan, 4-year plan. Continuing on, as we look, in the fall we spent time talking about conditions for student engagement. So you may have heard in your collaboration time, in your staff meetings, on our October 5th PD Day, the term AMPI. Looking at how do we get our kids engaged, because we know that when students are engaged and actively learning, then that learning will transfer into the long term and lifetime. We've also been taking time to dig into the standards, unpacking the standards, figuring out what do the standards mean, but more importantly, what does that look like for our students? What does it sound like? How do I assess these standards? And then for our content area teachers, how do my students demonstrate their knowledge of these standards through writing and listening and speaking, aligning to the Common Core standards? Today, we're going to go deeper into our second area. We're still building upon the work we did with conditions for student engagement, but we're going to go deeper into standards alignment, looking at what are the tasks that we put in front of our students? What is the level of rigor, the cognitive demand that we're asking students to do, and then what is that level of what we're expecting them to give back to us? So today is about going deeper into our standards alignment and a little bit into the cognitive demand. We're going to ask a lot of questions of each other because we're going to ask a lot of our students. When we started this process 5 years ago, we put a plan into place. We've acted upon it. We've done a lot of great work in Common Core. But now it's time today to take some time to really think about what's working well, where do we need to go next, so that we can monitor and adjust what we're doing in our classroom, what we're doing in our teaching, our learning, so that our students really will be college and career ready. Here's what the day looks like for today. Our goals for today are really 3 of them. How can we build cross-grade level coherence and alignment and collaboration? In October, when you filled out your evaluation survey, we heard overwhelmingly from teachers. We need more time to talk to the people in our departments, more time to talk and plan with the people in our grade levels. So today, our goal really is to get you into department or grade level like groups, to provide some content, and then give you time to process and plan and apply that content so that tomorrow, when you go back into your classroom or back to working directly with students, you have a new tool or a refinement of a tool that's already in your toolkit to help support teaching and learning. Our second objective for today is to really connect and collaborate around that intentional planning so that we can yield high results. How do we take what we've learned and plan? We want to build upon all the strategies like AMPI, conditions for student engagement, that you already have in your toolkit, and perhaps hopefully learn a few new that you can apply. And our last bullet, every single person in this room today will participate in a state-mandated special education review training. This is something that's mandated by the state. I'll talk a little bit about logistics in a second. But the thing about it is that while it's a mandated training, we will all leave here knowing a little bit more about the intent and the application of special education in the general education setting. Because at some point, every one of us will come in contact with a student who has special needs. And we want to make sure that we're doing everything that we legally and morally need to be doing to support those students. So that's what the day looks like, our goals. What we heard from you all in October was, how can we leverage some of our own leaders to build capacity? So today, we're really excited. We have called upon several of our leaders, teacher leaders and administrative leaders to help either facilitate, plan, or lead sessions. So we're building the capacity in our own district with you. We've also partnered with some fan favorites. We've asked them back again, who've helped do some work with us in the summer and in the fall. They're back to help facilitate some sessions. You've also asked for more time in grade level departments. Several of you, content areas were grouped together. We've really separated you out, which makes for a very complex schedule. So we have schedules posted all around, and we have maps that will help you figure out where you need to go. So here's what the day is going to look like. Obviously, we're in here for the opening, and then our writing team will be dismissed at 8:30 to head over to the Staff Development Center at the Education Center. And then we have our first big block. Roughly half of us will be here in the gym working on special education review. The other half will be in the theater doing math, and then we'll flip-flop. The other group will come back at special education review, and if math is applicable to you, you'll head over to math. Or you'll break out into your grade level department collaborative groups. So for example, the first group, and again, it's in your schedule in True North. For example, if you teach a visual performing art, or if you teach a world language, you will start from 8:45 to 10:15 with the special education review. Then there'll be a break, and then you will break out into your grade level department collaborative team. So all PE teachers will go to a room, world language, etc. If you are a K-5, 6 at Heron, or 6 through 12 math teacher, you'll spend the day working with your math colleagues, continuing the work that we did in October and the work that we've done really all throughout the year in our collaboration groups, our PLCs, our coaching sessions. That work will continue. Lunch is on our own. It's staggered based on the needs of the presenter and how the workflow is going. Our nutrition services department has graciously volunteered to provide a barbecue lunch for the low cost of $5, so you don't have to go out in the rain and go get lunch, but lunch is on your own, but we have nutrition services serving lunch, which reminds me, I forgot. We need to thank our nutrition services department, our maintenance and operations for delivering all the tables, chairs, set up, and providing food for us. We have yummy breakfast. We give our support services department a big round of applause. So that's the schedule overview for the day. We have tables set out front with help support personnel to help you find the exact location, help you log into True North if you were unable to log into True North. Restrooms, there's maps posted around the building with restrooms. Today, the student and staff restrooms will be open for your convenience. So before we leave, I just want to remind you of the students that you saw flashing on the screen this morning. Give yourselves the gift of time today. I know there's papers to grade, emails to check. There's a laundry list of things that we all have to do. But today, take the time to hit pause, talk to your colleagues, think, reflect about your practice, build off of each other and support each other in this work, because this work is not easy. But if we work together, we can make it easier. We can work smarter for our students, for the students that we serve every day. So today, and over the next few years, we will build upon all of the hard work that each and every one of you have done in this room to support our students. We will build upon some of the challenges and lessons learned so that hopefully tomorrow there's one thing or many things that you can take back from today that you can bring to your students tomorrow. So with that, I want to thank you. Have a wonderful day of collaboration and connecting. If you see anyone in a gray shirt, we're here to support you and serve you, help get you to the right space you need to be in. We have coffee, water, some yummy pastries in the hallway. Please help yourself and make it a great day. Thank you, Natomas.